Hey, good morning, folks. Another Sunday, and I am running late, so let's get going. Hey, folks. Sitting back, relaxing right now. Just got back from Lynchburg because I had to go fix something in my mom's house. The events of today are gonna make me do this as a separate breakout video tomorrow, but the typical vlog stuff I need to change a little bit because of this. Now, I'm always talking about, and hopefully I'm talking loud enough, might not have to amplify this so you can hear me, because I just put my daughter to bed and I don't want to wake her up. I always talk about the importance of media ministry and how powerful it is. We also need to be very, very, very much aware of the fact it's not just the eyes and the ears of people in our congregation. This stuff is going global if you're live streaming. We had an event that happened today to where, thankfully, our live stream wasn't working, but it's one of those things where if events like this had gone out, they could have been detrimental, to where if you're live streaming, it is so important to have contingency plans. Just like any television network, if somebody starts cussing on TV, I know before cussing wasn't really allowed on TV, they had systems in place to block that potential content from going out, whether it be somebody just acting a straight fool, doing something stupid, saying something inappropriately, or events happening. We just have to be mindful, especially in our media ministry, that we are not, we live in this world, but we're not of this world, meaning that things that are ungodly can happen, but we need to be prepared for them, not in a state of fear, but in a state of preparedness. So pretty much literally just I'm not going to repeat it, and I'm not going to give any air to the whole event, but let's just put it this way. A testimony service went wrong. Not everybody knows what a testimony is. Some people start running their mouth about other stuff that's really not appropriate. And that's one of those events that happened, and I was on the piano. So my first reaction was there was no need for me to play at that moment in time. I literally got off of the piano, went upstairs, and told everybody in the media ministry to kill the live stream. That's the importance of having a be right back. We normally use that for our copyrighted content going out, but the concept of that button is to stop any audio from going out, as well as we normally do a 30 to 60 second delay in whatever we live stream, so we have time to stop it from going out instead of it being relatively close to being live. Again, this isn't anything to be scary or something like that, but we just have to realize there are times, and I think this is what I talked about when we were talking about our schedule of how to generically perform everything in the media ministry, is not to be so stuck on, I need to follow this list. You need to have the wherewithal to know when something is out of line so that you can act accordingly and stop certain things. Because again, a lot of times the stuff that we're doing, just like you heard the old statement that sometimes we're the only Bible that somebody's going to read, sometimes our live stream is the only church experience that people are going to see, and we need to put our best foot forward. I'm no way saying that we need to hide the truth. I'm almost dropped my phone. Not hide the truth, but you can't expect it's just like the same way any TV broadcast that you see, you don't see all the bumps and the bruises and everything that goes on. That's kind of like the mindset. We're not doing a live stream. The live stream is not just a window. Anybody can see anything that's going on. Our live stream allows us to not in a negative way, but manipulate what's being shown, meaning that we don't need to show the down moments that are in the middle of a service of like people just walking around offering if you're not doing anything. That is in your own judgment call to do, especially when you talk with leadership. But again, like, and I could be wrong for this, but this is where I stand. Right now, my leadership is kind of older, so a lot of the complexities of what we do is not really understood, but I hope to have an understanding of trust, meaning that, especially the fact that my dad was a pastor, I've been in church, I know what can and can't happen. I mean, I've had multiple times growing up. I remember somebody coming into our church and was confrontational with my father in the middle of a church service. Now, I guess in the question I pose to you, and please leave this in the comments. I would love to see what y'all's thoughts are on this. If something like that happened to where, say, you have somebody coming to church and they're confrontational and drawing attention to themselves, not violently, but something that's, I don't want to say detrimental, but I just put it that way. Somebody just confrontational with your pastor, leadership, the choir, or something, just being argumentative. How would you handle that? Thankfully, it wasn't nothing like that, but it could easily go in that direction if something was left unchecked. So everything happens for a reason. So I believe that this is the other side of the media ministry. It's just not always peaches and cream. We also need to be prepared that just like, just like if it was on TV, if somebody was cussing up a storm, they are prepared on how to handle that. The same way from a media ministry standpoint, when you're going live streaming, we need to be prepared and have things in place, contingencies in place to handle said events if, God forbid, they ever happen. So anyway, I'll be back with more detailed stuff on how we actually do this, and it's going to make me write up some different SOPs and explanations for our media ministry, especially after today's events. Again, sorry about no church post production as well too. I had to go to my mom's house, and I'm literally just walking back in the house, and it's around like 8:30 p.m. right now. So I'm going to edit the videos from today, post that online, and go from there. And I'll probably do breakout videos of the choir tomorrow when I'm at church, and let y'all see the process behind that. Nothing really different, but I'll take y'all along with me. Thank y'all all for the new subscribers. We hit 750 subscribers. Really appreciate that. Thank you all for new subscribers for subscribing. I am glad that whatever I'm saying, that y'all will get something out of it. Really appreciate it. I hope what I say empowers your media ministry or your computers, your knowledge base to expand in some type of way, that you get a benefit out of it. And I'm glad to be a part of that area that gave you a little bit more knowledge. So if you like this type of content, I would appreciate a like. Consider subscribing and hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry and help you in general. This is AJ, and we will see you on tomorrow. Later.